Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome back to Not Your Average Tabletop. I'm Zach, and today I'm going to be unboxing the all-in pledge of the Isle of Cats. Don't forget the Kittens expansion. So I believe with that, I ended up getting the Explore and Draw game as well. So I think that's going to be more of a somewhat flip and right type game. We got some promo cards here, and we also, as you can see, this looks like the cover of the original box, um, but it is actually a big box. So we'll hopefully be able to store everything that is the Isle of Cats in there. But so yeah, I believe it was the all-in pledge. Don't remember what was all included or how it all worked, but I knew I was excited, waiting patiently to get this one. So what do we get here? Explore and draw. So it looks like these are just some additional promo cards that must have came with the Kickstarter. I can't remember if it was a unlock stretch goal or something along those lines. Yeah. So then we'll get into the Explore and Draw box. So I would say it's about the size of, I would say maybe Cartographers. If you have that game, it might. I'm trying to think. Can't remember now. Now we have the, we got the Heroes and Cartographers box kind of combined. So now our fruit copy is a little bigger. So I'm looking over at it, and it's a little bit bigger. But I think this is like the original Cartographers, about maybe a little smaller, a little bigger. But I do like that artwork. It looks a little bit different than, well, maybe it looks the same. Actually looks like it might have this picture, um, kind of a closer up version of it. At first I was thinking that it wasn't quite the same, but it looks almost exactly the same. But yeah, looks pretty nice. And it's got that same sort of look as the original cover, I guess. Then we've got a rule book, which looks to be 12 pages long, including the back cover there. Then we got the solo mode in there, some remote play, color friendly. Um, so yeah, looks like it's got some explanations of how things work. Um, Hopefully, even though it's that many pages, hopefully these pages are quick to go through so that it's not too complex of a explore and draw. Ooh boy, what do we got here? So we've got. Okay, I think I was kind of. I can't remember if this one said 1 to 4 players, um, but it might be. Just based on the fact that you got 4 sets of these markers. So it looks like we've got an orange, a purple, a green, a red, and a black. 4 sets of those. Feel pretty nice. That cap came out pretty easily. Um, yeah, feel kind of like normal markers, but it's nice that I don't think I've seen too many where they use multiple colors. The only thing I can think of is now that I said the Cartographer's expansion, that came with colored pencils of some of the different colors. If you got I don't remember what the version was called. If you got the one that was combined, I think it had some copies of each of the different colors. Because I think that's the only way, at least we play it now, is coloring the things, because we're not the best at drawing. So can't remember off the top of my head if that's how this one works. If you're drawing different, it must be the different colored cats. So, ooh, look at there. Looks like we're seeing some kittens, maybe. They look pretty cute. I'm not personally the biggest cat person. I'm one of those that prefer dogs, but I think the cats in here always look pretty nice, and it definitely makes sense from what I know of cats. That they're trying to fit into these weird shapes and places. So yeah, it looks kind of. I mean, this looks very similar to the different polyomino shapes from the base game of Isle of Cats. So I'm guessing you'll be drawing these different cards. They're pretty solid. They've got the like a grid-looking thing, so you can really pretty easily tell, what you're doing here. Where it's 3, and then maybe here I don't know if this is a case where you're drawing a 3 and a 1 and they're this far away, but you can see kind of the grid pattern on the background, which makes it very easy to see. See how far they are apart. Ooh, there's, what was his name, Vex, I think, from the first game. Must be a similar end game type trigger, where you have so many rounds, maybe. That, or maybe Vex is, maybe he's already here now. He's just going over the cards now. Yeah, don't have an assistant to open these cards. I don't believe they have one of those cool strips on them that sometimes work and sometimes don't, for me anyway. We got some more cards here. It looks like we've got some cards similar to the base game where you're scoring some points. Look very similar. So, I'm assuming these are for this one, I would guess. I would think they have to be. But luckily, I mean, these, if they are, these cards are very, very clear. I mean, if you know how to play the base game, these cards are going to make a ton of sense. They look exactly the same as the other ones, which is always nice when you keep something consistent from game to game. If you kind of stick in a similar world, I feel like that, and like what I can kind of think of as the West Kingdom series kind of uses the same symbology from game to game, which I always appreciate. Sometimes they'll add a couple symbols, but overall, most of them will stay pretty consistent to make it a lot easier to understand from game to game. Here's this last stack of cards. It's going to take forever if we have this many cards, especially since I struggle at getting them open. But then it looks like just some more of the cards that we've kind of seen before. The artwork is nice as it was in the base game as well. Looks like we got a different color here. I don't know if this is like a goal where you're trying to get the most of that color or something like that. Some more goal lesson cards, and then it looks like a round tracker, similar to I think the little board in the base game was very similar to this. You put Vex, I think it's Vex. He'll put a ship on here and then count down the rounds as you go. So yeah, so we got that. Ooh, and then we've got these, which are kind of, I think you're going to be able to write on these, kind of dry erase feeling texture. Not sure. It's got like a bunch of lessons on here. I don't know if you get to mark all of these off that you do. I do not remember. But you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these sheets. I can't even remember what the player count was. I could totally be remembering wrong. For some reason I was thinking I saw 1 to 4, but I don't know. I don't remember where I saw that. 1 to 6. It is 1 to 6. There we go. That answers the questions. So yeah, and there's 6 boats here. So it would have made a lot of sense once I got these boats out that it'd probably play 6 players. Otherwise, it'd be kind of pointless. I mean, not necessarily pointless to have the 6 boats because you can kind of make the insides of them slightly different. So yeah, it looks like they've got a front and back, and can't tell if the fronts and backs are the same. Possibly. They might possibly be the same. But yeah, you can write on them. They're dry erase just like those lesson ones that I just pulled up. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one quite a bit. Should be another great explore and draw in our collection. So that was everything in the explore and draw box. A lot of stuff that looked very similar to some of the things from the base game. So yeah, like I said, that's going to be nice that we're going to be able to hopefully be able to dig right into that one almost immediately. And I'm guessing that'll probably be the case for the... I always forget the name. Don't forget the Kittens expansion, I think is what's inside this box. So yeah, like I said, it's a big box. It opens halfway here, so the lid is not the full box size, which I think is always nice when you start using some of these bigger boxes. But this cover, I think, I haven't looked at exactly, but I believe this is almost the same exact cover, possibly even the same size as the original box, but I do not remember off the top of my head if it was that thick or not. I know it was a thicker box. Oh boy. Let's get into this. So, what do we got here? Okay, so we've got some more cat tiles, and got some more. It's been a while since the Kickstarter. It hasn't been that long. It actually arrived here actually earlier than expected, which is kind of just insane during the current times. But it's been a while since I looked back at the campaign and everything that was going to be in here. I think there's like a monsters or creatures expansion to it, so we've got some nice looking wooden bits here, some additional creatures that can kind of go on your boats as well, I'm assuming. I don't remember exactly what they were used for, but these all look really nice. They've got some nice looking colors to them. They all look very different from one another. So yeah, I look forward to seeing what those will be used for. They're very, very nice, chunky, solid wooden pieces with a very unique look to them, for sure. We've got this. And like I said, we went on did the all-in pledge, so I don't know which of this stuff would be if you just got the. Don't forget the Kittens expansion. So what do we got here? We got some event tiles, point tiles, Kickstarter Pack 2. So yeah, Kapuna, Beast. Okay, so those are Beast meeples. We got some more cat tiles in here, some beast tiles, some more cards, Oshak's Kittens. So yeah, just some more stuff, some new interesting stuff. So it looks like we got the different creatures there. I just forgot what they're called. Beasts. The different beasts are on here. So we've got kind of a mantis-looking bug thing. And we've got a raccoon-looking thing, an ape, snake, some sort of horned weasel or something. I don't know what any of these beasts are, but they definitely look interesting. And they look like they're tiles, kind of like the other ones. Got some unique shapes, so yeah, it'll be nice. It looks like it should just fit just as easily with the base game. We got some kitten Oshak's one tiles, and then some other tiles, which are nice. And we've got another pack of these cards. I'm guessing these are just more cards. I don't even know if this has a. Okay. It does. It does have a little opening there. I was gonna find it weird if they had it on one and not the other. Looks like we've got some baskets here. Not sure if things that are on here matter. Pictures, I don't think they do. I think it's just some new artwork, which is nice. Yeah, I really like the look of these cards. I think it makes it very clear as to the types of cards they are, where they use the green for the baskets and boots, and then they've got the purples for some of the actions, the yellow or gold for the treasure things, and then for some of these lessons, or the lessons, they have blue. So I really like how they quite easily, at least for me, I'm not sure if there's any colorblind issues with them, they very easily stick out as to what does what. We got this replacement card. Please find the matching card in the boat pack and replace it with this card. Okay, so we've got that. Not sure, don't remember what that's used for. So we got the Kittens and Beasts box here. Let's see what we got in here. Got the rule book. Ooh, this one's 16 pages. It looks like the back page is just describing cards, event tiles, action tiles. Okay, so tiles they are. So 2 pages of that, and the frequently asked questions page, and then a solo mode for 2 pages. So really we got under 10 pages of new rules, and it looks like looks like they've got identified it by numbers. Can't remember how easily it was to go through the original rulebook. Hopefully, I don't think it'll add anything like too crazy, anything way different than what was in the main game. So I think it should be easy to go through those rules and figure out what's going on. Beast module setup before your first game. So you got those rules. I think this might be. I think the base game had something where it was kind of like a quick setup, kind of once you know how to play the game, just to kind of refresh your memory. So hopefully that's kind of what this is. Oh boy. And then we've got some, what's all in here? Okay. So we've got some more, keep forgetting, beast tokens with some kittens tokens as well. Yeah. I really like the look of the kittens. They were definitely going for a cute factor with the kittens in this one, I believe. Which I would do the same thing if I was adding a kittens expansion. It makes sense. I'm not gonna put an ugly kitten on there. So yeah, looks like just more tiles. And we've got these 5 things with 5 on them. I'm not sure what the 5s and the 1s are. I do not remember. And if I remember right, I think these tiles are pretty similar to the original game. I'm guessing they're the same thickness and everything. They feel like it. I haven't played the base game in a little bit because I've just been waiting for this so that we could just stick all this stuff in there, play with everything. Yeah, so we got some of those. And we got some baggies here. We got a bigger red one, and then it's a smaller green and blue baggie. They look pretty thick. They should hold together pretty well, I think. Nothing got to worry about. These are a little small for my hand personally, but I don't know. I don't remember how much you're going to be drawing out of them, or if they're just going to be mainly used to hold things. But they're very, very solid. We got some baggies. Ooh, new score sheet. We got the blue family, green family, all the different families. We got events, rats, rubes. So we got the beasts in there. So it just adds a couple the new items to the score pad. Ooh, and then we've got some of the smaller. Okay, so those other ones were the bigger beast tiles, kind of like I wonder what. Cause there's multiple of each. I think if I remember right, the other game I did get a bigger version of each cat type, but most of the rest of them were smaller like this. So these must be all the beasts in a smaller piece. I'm not sure how many you'll be putting on the boat. And then we've got black things. I'm not sure what those are. Oh, they're the mice, it looks like. The rats. Interesting. I didn't remember there being anything new with rats, so we'll see what that. We'll see if those just are to help you mark those spots. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, those are chunky. It's weird. It's interesting because I think I've played several games that have rats in them, but I don't know that I've ever actually seen a rat meeple. So those are unique. I don't know that I've ever seen one before. Sure, they must be out there, but I've never seen them. So we got more lesson cards. There are already a ton of lesson cards in the base game, so we'll see. We'll see how many of these we end up using. I'm sure you could just continue to make more and more of these lesson cards and just change up the game every single time. Yeah, more lesson cards. I think that was everything inside the Kittens and Beasts box. And then we got the boat pack. Ooh boy. Okay, so here's the mats that must have to replace one of them. Not sure exactly. I do not remember what these are used for, to be honest. I do not know. Yeah, they're about the right amount of thickness. I think they're about the same as the cards, it feels like. The thickness of the cards. Then we got some more boats. I think that's all that's in this one are some new boats. So we got 6 new boats. So what do we got? Let's take a look at one of these. So we got a slightly different shape, you can see. I found that this game is definitely set up to be very expandable, because yeah, you can always add more cards. You can make more of these boats. It's just, yeah, it's a great game, and it's just set up for this. You can play it. I think it's really for all levels of gamers. So it's just, yeah, I was really excited about this one. Now we got another shape, I think. Yeah, I don't think the original one came in like this. We got a couple shapes there. Can't remember if these are all different shapes or if it's just the 2 new shapes. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't think that's what the last one looked like. It's hard to know. I think these might be slightly different. Yeah, it looks like it. They've got some similarities, but there might be slight differences. Okay, I think that one might be the same as the first one. I don't remember off the top of my head how many of these were different. This one looks different. This comes in quite a bit right in the middle. Yeah. I was definitely excited about, I remember being excited about everything that I saw on here originally. So I can't wait to get this one back to the table. And we got one last board here. Okay. So I think some of them might be the same, and then I don't remember how many there would have been different. I just have to take a closer look at it. But then we also get the insert to hopefully help store everything. So that'll be a task putting that together. Let's see. Let's just see what we got here quick. Okay, so looks like we've got some unique wood used here with some cat shapes on it, which is always nice when you just put a little bit of that extra detail in there. It's not necessary. Definitely isn't necessary, but it's always nice when they do that. But yeah, it looks like there's going to be several sheets. Going to have to work on putting that together, and then hopefully this big box will be a great storage unit for the entire game. But that is, I think that is everything inside the all-in pledge big box of the Isle of Cats, along with the Explore and Draw and everything for the Kittens expansion. It's definitely going to take me a while to put all of this away or get it all sorted, I think. But I'm very excited to get this one to the table. Yeah, that's everything in there. What am I most excited about? I always get excited for new roll and write to draw. Flipping right now, I'm getting confused because Explore and Draw is a new one for me. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what that one does, because I just think polyomino games really work well for doing that. So that's probably the thing I'm most excited about. And then probably for the other part, I'm excited to see kind of how the beasts and the kittens will fit in there, and if they'll kind of help fill up the boat better than just the base game, because they're a little bit smaller, so they can fill in some of those smaller spaces. So yeah, that is everything in the Isle of Cats big box. If you've made it this far, feel free to give this video a like, and you want to see more unboxings, definitely subscribe, hit the notifications. Otherwise, I hope to see you on the next one. As always, don't forget to keep on nibbling.